Hello there. Hi, this is Voiko Michnia logging in from Beijing, China. In this video, I would like to share with you the books that I bought this month. It's the end of January, and these are the books that I bought this month. But I just realized right now that over there I have some house slippers. Actually, these are the house slippers for guests. So it is what it is. Now you can also see the house slippers. I'm in my studio at our apartment, at our place in Beijing. As you can see behind me, my bookshelves, my little library, and being in China, things are pretty cheap, especially books. So whenever I find a book that I'm interested in or that I would like to read in the future, I can just purchase it without thinking too much about the costs. A book in China can be somewhere between a few euros and 10 euros the most. All right, so let's get into it. Let me tell you the books that I bought, the titles, few details. I haven't read them yet. In no particular order, I will present them. Actually, in the order they were on the shelf here behind me. And I'll tell you why I bought them and how I found them. So let's start with the first one. The first one is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Actually, I have this book. I bought it by mistake. This is the concise edition, which means it's much shorter than the previous one, the 48 Laws of Power, which is way thicker, twice the page numbers, big size. I have it right there on the bookshelf behind me. I bought it by mistake, and it is what it is. I haven't decided yet how to read the book. Should I read this concise edition and then go in a deep dive with the other one, or should I read the original one, and then later on refresh my memory with the concise edition? Now, the reason why I bought this book, it's because it's one of Robert Greene's most famous books, and it just popped up in many videos that I watched on YouTube. I started following Robert Greene on YouTube. I found him actually through a few podcasts and through Ryan Holiday, who worked with him, who mentored him. All right, so first one, 40 Laws of Power. Let's look at the law number 1, never outshine the master. Law number 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Obviously, a very, very controversial book. Law 3, conceal your intentions. Law 4, always say less than necessary. So since we're talking about intentions here, my intention here with this live video is to share with you my love and my joy for reading, to inspire you to pick up a book and read, but at the same time, maybe to get some book recommendations from you. So let me know in the comment section below what books you're reading right now, if you bought any book, what's the title, why did you buy it. But I would also be interested to see where you are in the world, and maybe we start this mini book club here on YouTube. Okay, so that was the first book. Now, the second one, again, by mistake, I bought the concise edition to, to the 33 Strategies of War. Again, concise edition by Robert Greene. One more time, I intended to buy the original one, I mean the not abridged one, but the cover is exactly the same. Just you see this little sticker over here. It was not very clear, so I bought it, and I didn't return it. Like, why return it when it was just a few dollars, a few euros? One more time, here in China, books are very, very cheap, and it's easy to build a library here in China. Okay, the next book that I bought, that's here on my shelf, The Courage to Be Disliked: How to Free Yourself, Change Your Life, and Achieve Real Happiness, by Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga, two Japanese writers who discuss here the ideas from Alfred Adler's psychological theory. So Alfred Adler was one of the three great psychoanalysts among Freud, Jung, and Adler. And it is a conversation between these two writers, these two Japanese people. Can we be happy? Psychology might just hold the key. Using the theories of Alfred Adler, one of the three giants of the 20th century psychology, the conversation reveals profound, liberating ways of thinking. So I'm really, really interested in reading this book and learning more about Alfred Adler. Okay, that was book number 3. All right, this has been on my reading list for a long time. I just delayed buying it. I don't know why. Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow by Daniel Kahneman. He's just, it pops up in so many articles, in so many podcasts, in so many videos. Obviously, winner of the Nobel Prize. Recommendations here are over the top. Buy it fast, read it slowly. It will change the way you think. Its truth are open to all. So this is quite a heavy book, very small script, over almost 500 pages. So it's a very important book that I want to read slow, right? I think the recommendation here is to like really deep and go on a deep dive and understand how we think and why we think the way we do. All right, I'm excited to read this one. Now, this one has been again on my reading list for a while, the 80-20 Principle, the Pareto Principle, in its 3rd edition by Richard Koch, The Secrets to Achieving More with Less. Basically, the idea is that 80% in business, for example, 80% of your profit comes from 20% of your products or your investments. And it's the same idea in productivity. It's the same idea in vlogging or in YouTube, for example. 80% of the views come from 20% of the videos that you upload. Again, this is quite a classic, actually. Richard Koch, a very successful entrepreneur, and people are saying that the principle has become, this book, the 80-20 Principle, has become a business classic and a global bestseller. Very beautiful cover. All right, next one. Range by David Epstein, How Journalists Triumph in a Specialized World. So the idea here is, should you go very narrow, very niche into a specific subject, or should you develop a broad area, broad range of interest in several fields that you can, hold a conversation in? And obviously, range, he advocates for knowing enough about many fields. A powerful argument for how to succeed in any field: develop broad interests and skills while everyone around you is rushing to specialize. So his idea, don't specialize, but have a broader understanding of several fields or many different fields. All right. And the last book that I bought this month is Peak Secrets from the New Science of Expertise by Anders Ericsson and Robert Poole. Again, I think it's a classic. I've heard about it, I've read about it. It's a breakthrough, a lyrical, powerful, science-based narrative that actually shows us how to get better, said Seth Godin, very famous marketer online. So these are the books that I bought this month, and I'm hoping to start reading them very, very soon, as soon as I'm done with the book that I'm about to finish this month, this week. All right, so now it's your turn. Let me know in the comment section below, what are you reading? What's your favorite author? What books you bought? Let's start having this conversation about books, and let's start here, maybe a book club. All right, until next time, take it easy. This is Voiko Michnia signing off from Beijing.